Bro, stop what you are doing right now, because what just came out about Ilia Topuria is genuinely one of the most disturbing things to come out of a UFC event in years. We are not talking about a bad loss, we are talking about a man who walked into the most watched UFC event in history as an undefeated champion, and walked out being helped to an ambulance by his brother with doctors already suspecting broken bones in his face. And now the medical reports have dropped. Stay with me, because by the end of this, you are going to understand exactly why Ilia Topuria's future in this sport is in serious doubt right now. To understand the weight of what happened, you need to understand what Topuria was coming into this fight as. 17-0, 15 finishes. He knocked out Volkanovski, then Holloway, then moved up a weight class and knocked out Oliveira in round 1. 3 icons, 3 canvas appearances, 0 decisions. No cap, this man was on another level entirely, and he knew it. So when the UFC announced Topuria vs Gaethje on the South Lawn of the White House in front of the President of the United States, the entire combat sports world treated it as a coronation. Gaethje was a 4-1 underdog, almost nobody gave him a realistic shot, and then the fight started. Here is where it gets crazy. Round 1, Gaethje lands an uppercut that opens up Topuria's right eye before the round even ends. So from that moment forward, Topuria is tracking one of the most dangerous strikers on the planet through one eye. Round 2, he hurts Gaethje badly with body shots, has him in genuine serious trouble, and for a few seconds, the finish everyone predicted looks like it is arriving on schedule. But Gaethje survives, and according to Gaethje himself at the press conference, that moment broke something in Topuria mentally. His exact words, when Topuria could not finish him at the end of round 2 despite having him badly hurt, he felt Topuria lose his spirit. Wait for it, because round 3, Gaethje lands a right hand that rocks Topuria badly and follows it with a flurry that leaves him bloodied and swelling around both eyes now. Then comes the moment that defines this entire story. Mid-fight, Topuria turns to his corner and tells them he cannot see. The doctor enters the octagon, and Topuria, half blind on the biggest stage the sport has ever used, somehow convinces the doctor to let it continue. Bro, that is one of the rawest moments this sport has ever produced. By round 4, all 3 judges have Gaethje ahead. Topuria's only path is a knockout. His corner looks at what his face has already absorbed and pulls him off the stool before round 5. And in that moment, it feels like betrayal to Topuria and like the only responsible decision to everyone else watching. The roster reacted immediately, and some of it was brutal. Paddy Pimblett called him a pretender and said he quit on his stool. Islam posted, "He who exalts himself will be humbled," then added a separate shot specifically about quitting in the biggest fight of your career. Even McGregor called it sad to see. Meanwhile, Hamza Chimaev went completely against the grain, posting that people who celebrate the defeats of others will never understand greatness. Respect for that one, honestly. And Dana White at the post-fight press conference confirmed Topuria was in hospital, suspected a broken orbital bone, and said he just wants him to go home and heal, not even thinking about him fighting again right now. Here is where it gets even heavier. The medical reports have now officially dropped, and they confirm non-displaced fractures on both orbital bones. The bone around both eyes fractured, no cap. The theory is the round 1 uppercut cracked the right orbital, and the overhand in round 3 broke the left. The good news is neither fracture requires surgery. Recovery is 4 to 8 weeks, so physically he should be fine. But here is the part nobody is really talking about. This man walked in saying he would knock Gaethje out in 2 minutes. He walked in saying he would ask Islam what submission he wanted and then tap him out with it. He has never in his professional life faced a moment like this. The physical damage heals. The question is what this does to him mentally, because that is a completely different kind of injury. Here's the thing. Topuria is 29 years old. The bones heal in 8 weeks. The belt can be won back. But what cannot be so easily fixed is the identity. This man built everything around being untouchable. He dismissed Gaethje publicly, called him irrelevant, and that same man dismantled him in front of the president and left him in an ambulance. The real question is not whether his face heals. It will. The question is whether that aura comes back with him. Because if it does, the rematch is must see. And if it does not, we may have just watched the beginning of the end. Drop a comment below. Do you think Topuria comes back stronger? Subscribe for daily MMA. See you tomorrow.